Valhalla demands the willingness to embrace discomfort.
The only true opponent in Valhalla is yourself. Valhalla selects your opponents for a reason. Embrace the challenge, but know you can prevail.
Sigrun, I've been wondering, are the remaining Vanir and Aesir playing nice in Vanaheim?
The Asgardian relocation hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. But Hildisvini and Lady Sif are keeping the ship headed in the right direction. The people seem to understand compromise is their best path to prosperity, at least.
Truth be told, I was hoping the old boar would have to call on me to smooth things over. But it's good to hear he and Sif have it under control.
Freya hopes they'll join the council once the peace settles.
Which burden is worth the reward, do you think? Even a short-term advantage could pay off. Careful. Who knows what's waiting for you in that mist?
Sigrun has been important to you for as long as I have known you. What happened in the beginning?
Oh, it's a typical enough story. A boy meets girl, girl fulfills her ambition to transcend the physical plane and become a Valkyrie of Valhalla. One day, Sigrun quietly arrived from Fjotorlund and began serving as Freya's handmaiden while she undertook training for the Sisterhood. I don't even think we were introduced. I just see her around the court. Of course, I observed her loveliness and impressive stature long before we fell to talking. But we seemed cut from different cloth, I suppose. It never occurred to me we'd get along as well as we did. We're freezing up, brother! Behind you!
Sigrun, how was it you first spoke?
Back when Freya was queen in Asgard, the better times, I mean, there really began to be some culture around the place. Poets, musicians, the odd contortionist would pay visits, perform, mingle. On one occasion, I'd taken a seat expecting to see this balladeer of the lowlands, when Sigrun walked in. Somehow more stunning than I'd ever seen her. And when of all places she chose to sit next to me, well, a lot of very interesting things happened very quickly. But I may need to collect my thoughts while you get us killed again. Frosting my neck up. There's the one Valhalla's back. Fight you! Got him. Count it, Valhalla. Ah, the burden is lifted. Let's make it worthwhile. Excellent. The way should be clear. Up and onward. Shield strike! Use a shield strike, brother! Kratos, about this boat captain. If you needed his key to save others, why does it seem to bother you so? Your actions in this case seem justified.
The captain was swallowed by the Hydra before I was able to kill him. When I entered its maw to retrieve the key, the captain had somehow survived, dangling over a fall that would surely kill him. I saw the terror in his eyes as he fought to hold on, and in relief, he believed I would save him. Instead, I took the key and dropped him to his death. And it was all for nothing. The women were dead by the time I reached them.
Guess you're not done with me yet, Kratos. Watching you think? What a thrill. Looks like they're up for race. Oh, it's not the song attack! Watch for the horns! You're enjoying this, aren't you? That was the one. It must please you to please Valhalla. Who are these lowlifes? Behind you, dummy! Healing itself? Incoming dive! There's Valhalla's target. Get to it! Break the tether, quickly! Behind! Watch out! That's it. You've opened a way forward with your blood-soaked and savage ways. Floating eyeball tentacles? No to this! Decisions, decisions.
Oh, hello, brother. I'm back.
Well done, Kratos. Don't get distracted. There's the fire. Good, Kratos. Blood for blood. Brewing round.
Bloodor! Here they come!
Those who have fallen, carry me.
Brother, destroy them before they reach Tian!
Do you remember our last conversation here?
You implied there was more to my deal with Ares than mere lust for power.
Indeed. We are seldom compelled by singular drives. There is always more to the story. I lost focus that time. Hang time. Blood for blood. Brewing on. I yield, Kratos.
Very well.
I believe you found an understanding within yourself. Shall we see?
Wounds. It's not only memories.
Indeed. For what is a memory apart from our perspective on it? You know the evils that came of your pact. You know the evils within yourself. Yes, these you dwell on. But it's not that simple, is it?
The Horde is vast, brother. What would have happened if you didn't stop it?
Our lands would have been overrun. Our people killed, violated.
People your army was sworn to protect. An army led by you. Did you not feel a duty to fulfill your purpose? Did you not fear for the safety of your homeland? You saved them.
You would excuse my actions.
Excusing them is not the exercise, Kratos. Only accepting them. Accepting that you acted based on what you knew then, not on what was to come. Your motivation and their consequences are far more complicated than you let yourself believe. I think perhaps you have more to process.
Yes. I have much to think about. I will return.
And I will be waiting.
You're very pleased of the invitation in the first place?
Yes. And look, I think Kratos may have survived that time.
So it's Tyr's game you're playing? This is all his idea?
A game is not his purpose. There is something here I must see through.
And what is that exactly?
Process.
All right. If it's helping, I trust you both.
We all do. As we trust in Valhalla.
Even after what it did to you.
I knew the rules and chose to break them. I regret nothing.
You must strike a balance between discipline and creativity.
Suppose that was beneficial enough to do another.
You've made progress.
Gunnar.
Good. You're truly an inspiration, General. Ready for more story?
Go on.
So, the bully with a grudge. He comes to the inn in the dead of night, chucks a bottle of fire through the window, sets the whole place ablaze. The coward thought I was inside in bed, but luckily I was just getting home. I saw the flames shoot up and surround where my father was sleeping. Well, this wasn't gonna be the day I started hesitating. I charged into the fire and dragged him out. Not unscathed exactly, either of us, but alive. And if I was too angry and fearless for my own good before, now, well, I charged right into that bastard's lair, me against his whole gang. Honestly, I had no business coming out of that alive. As it turned out, I came out of there with a job. But we'll get to that next time.
No shame in making things a wee bit easier if you can. That'll be worth it. Since we keep going back in, I take it this process is working for you somehow.
Yes. Succeed or fail. I feel progress. Clarity. I need to see it through.
Very good, brother. Good hit, brother!
An infamous act. One they still spoke of in the years of rebuilding. I somehow doubted they meant it so little.
I'll give you this, brother. Your technique has improved immeasurably.
I needed his power to secure my vengeance against the gods. I believed I had no choice.
No choice? You could have not ripped my head off my body. That was absolutely an option.
And he's back.
But that wasn't the worst of it, was it, Kratos? Killing me deprived Greece of the sun. They were plunged into perpetual cold and darkness. Crops ceased to grow. Famine descended on our homeland. Not that you cared.
Enough.
He is bitter, isn't he?
Kratos, I'm curious. Your decision to behead, was it fueled by any personal motivations? Or was it really just a means to an end?
It was not personal. I did know him long before I killed him. He was as insufferable as any god. But his death brought me no satisfaction.
Did you know what would happen as a result?
When Helios was captured by the god of dreams, the lands fell into darkness and were not restored until his return. I knew exactly what would happen.
Kratos, I hope you'll forgive me for overhearing. But before you first found your way to me, you were grappling with the symbolism of your former seat of power. May I offer a perspective?
You may.
Before I became God of War, I felt as hesitant as you do. I feared that taking the throne would only validate Odin's power hierarchy, which even then I didn't trust. But I decided I could wield a better influence on the inside than on the outside. There are many ways to lead. Not all of them involve ruling. The throne and the office are only what you bring to them.
Fire on your left!
Dear, earlier you spoke to me as though I seek to lead. As if I were someone to be followed.
Your self-criticism, valid and otherwise, seem well reflected here in Valhalla. It's no accident that your mind manifested that throne. It's more than a symbol. It's a challenge to revisit your assumptions. Mimir is right. You have the power, and I think the wisdom, to redefine what it means to you. To assert that power is to prove to yourself that the chair doesn't change you, doesn't make you a new person. Not if you know who you are and why you serve.
A little boost this time around, maybe. Freeze it up, brother! Raider, left flank! Watch your right! That's the one you needed. Well done, brother. You've withstood the burden. Ready to move to the next space, brother? Should be clear.
We're about to get zapped!
Oh, plucking a son of Thor out of your memory, of all things.
I'm back to brighten your day. And lest we forget, Kratos, lest we neglect to place your deed in full and proper context, I saved your life. Me! And you literally tore off my head for my troubles. Imagine if all your new friends knew how you used to treat your old friends. Of course, you're not the same man, right? Now, you only get your friends killed through lack of foresight. Far easier to blame others that way, am I right?
I know you are a projection of the mind. But for what it is worth, the death I gave you was unjust.
Oh, how touching. Yeah, not actually worth the spittle it took to mumble that out. Do not do that again. Nobody wants to hear that from you. A little something to remember by. I truly hope it brings you unrelenting torment. Chills you just a little when they do that, doesn't it? Feels like judgment. Ruthless as ever, Kratos. Rapes! Oh, you've missed these slippery bastards, haven't you? Watch from underneath! Break the tether, quickly! What is that? A minotaur. Now we'll see who's half a man. It's charging at us. You took out Valhalla's target, in case you didn't notice in your killing. How interesting. A dragon bird. I hope it pecks you to death. Incoming dive. Incoming! Right side! We're on fire! That's a nice change of pace! A friendly reminder, your foes are getting stronger the longer you fiddle around. Hey, Blade your target's walking around unkilled. Strike with your shield, damn it! Always looking for an edge. Is this a game to you? Do you know that winged creature with the trident? Don't let him club us! Incoming! Right side! Lines behind you! Bifrost! Bifrost! On your left! That should be enough slaughter to burn your way up.
again. Still not used to that.
The good Spartan returns. I have another cherished weapon from my travels to show you. Ready to see? Be ready! Concentrate, Kratos. Defend yourself.
Still unpleasant.
An attack of Olympian power.
On your left.
I see you, Kratos. One of a kind. Arms up! Tell me, Kratos, truly, how did it feel to plunge your homeland into darkness?
I did not intend the land to suffer, but I was indifferent, consumed only by rage and retribution.
That is not what I asked. How did it feel, in that moment, your soul given over to darkness come? Your curse!
Get out to the darkness, brother.
Be ready. It's terrifying when you do that, truly.
Still unpleasant.
Darkness come. Your curse.
You better get into the light, brother.
Defend yourself. Darkness come. Your curse.
Brother, get in the light.
Arms up. Don't lose focus now. Nearly there, Kratos.
all I've seen, I know you're a better fighter than him. You're just in your head. Let's go get him.
Battle is unpredictable, as is life. Valhalla is a crucible. What will you become?
Give the playing field just a little tilt, eh?
Seems Tyr hasn't lost his edge, but I know in my heart, you are the stronger warrior.
Sigrun, inside we encountered a son of Thor.
It wouldn't really be him in there, I can assure you. You have a memory of a past fight, and I'm sure Valhalla takes advantage.
But why him?
I don't think that's for me to say.
Well, something for us to ponder in between melees. Right side, brother! Ah, the key again.
We will talk later. Let us get back to your memories of Sigrun. She sat beside you.
Yes, she chose to sit next to me. No big thing, really. Yet, somehow, despite myself, I felt her rush in my stomach like I was a green lad again. Embarrassing at the end of the day, to be so simple. I made some remark and learned how it felt to make her laugh. And suddenly I felt more at ease. Almost eerily so. A calm within each other's storms, I suppose.
Faye had a way of describing that. Peace dwells among us.
Lovely, brother. That's exactly right.
Mimir, I must concentrate.
Of course! On your right!
Mimir, you may speak more of coming to know Sigrun.
Right. Where were we? After the ice was broken, we fell to talking more regularly, even making a point to do so. It was all I could do to enjoy our company responsibly, being mindful of our respective positions and keep from crossing any line that would make things difficult for us to recover from.
Wise.
Well, mostly. I'm always wisest in the parts I let myself remember.
Incoming! Above you!
Let us hear more of your early days with Sigrun.
Of course. I remember there came a banquet. I forget the occasion. But I remember how breathtaking she looked when our eyes met in the crowd. She beamed and pulled a friend by the wrist to come meet me. "This is my good friend Mimir," she said. "He's probably the smartest man alive." The truth is, brother, it was never something I believed. Not until she said it. Not until that moment when she perceived me as what I'd aspired to be. That moment, that extraordinary moment, I felt, in some indescribable way, home.
Watch your light! Left side! On your left!
I think Valhalla's burden is satisfied. Look, brother! I see the one you need to get there!
Go!
brother! You're covered in white rot! Behind you, brother! That's the one you needed. Splendid! I think we're free and clear to take the way up now. Hard not to take Valhalla up on some help, even if it's just for this attempt. Enough with the fire! Brother, you've told me many times of mortals you killed when in the God's service. What's it about this boat captain?
It would have cost me nothing to show mercy. His life was in my hands. To be so casually cruel, This man did nothing to me, and I treated his life as nothing. He was not a god who would manipulate me or bound me in service. I cannot hide behind my thirst for revenge. He was just a man, afraid for his life. Attacked and swallowed by a monster he had no hope of defeating. But the Hydra...
Sorry, brother, but maybe we reserve our talks for safe spaces.
Agreed.
Oh, that's cold! Let's see. Specific feats that Valhalla is prepared to reward, is it?
We meet once more, Ghost of Sparta. Why does they float? It's in the ground! The intended target has fallen. Way to go, killer. Break the tether, quickly! Is it healing itself? Incoming dive! singled one out for you there. Don't let him club us! And things just got worse. Did you forget that haste is a factor here? Watch your left! On your right! Might want to pick up the pace, unless you want everything to get more difficult. What is that?
Bifrost magic.
Not my favorite. On your right. Incoming dive! You've done it, Kratos! Valhalla salutes your commitment to violence. Strike with your shield, damn it! What will he choose?
I hope your trip through Valhalla has been fruitful.
Arms up! Try and watch out! Be ready. It's all in the wrist, you know. Mind you, watch out! When we were here last, Kratos, I asked what you felt when you plunged your homeland into permanent darkness.
I felt indifferent.
Yes, that is what you told me. And that is what you're telling yourself. But is there a deeper truth there you're not seeing?
Darkness come! You're her!
You've got to get into the light, brother.
Defend yourself!
Get out of the darkness, brother!
Arms up! Darkness comes! Your curve!
There, brother! Some light!
I yield. I yield.
Good then.
I don't think you were indifferent, Kratos. I think you were hurt. Deeply hurt. And you handled it unskillfully.
Wait, is that you restoring the sun? You took Helios's chariot and put the sun back in the sky, but sacrificed yourself in the process.
Yes. I fell to my death, and was saved by Helios. But this memory happened before I killed him. My evils were yet to come. What is the point?
That your legacy has always been a complicated one. That goodness is not a destination we arrive at, but a practice. Misfortune may drive anyone to darkness. We resist it only through wisdom and vigilance. You are not so unskillful now as you were then. Better voices in your head, you might call it. I think that's enough for now. You have much to contemplate.
Yes.
Back to the beach then.
You should be proud of your progress, Kratos. See you soon.
It seems like you're making progress, whatever you're doing in there.
Perhaps.
Listen, I know I made you feel like we expected more of you than you could give. And I just want you to know, I'm not asking you to change how you are or who you are. We had to break the old world to build a new one. Picking up the pieces and putting them together stronger. It's a rare opportunity. You made a difference here. In some circles, a symbol of change. On many days, just knowing that you're a part of the Council is enough.
And other days?
You've earned a voice. How you use it is up to you.
My lady.
General?
Valhalla has an offering.
And the wheel of progress turns.
Air.
Excellent. A mind that can adapt thrives amid chaos, finding order within the storm. Would you care to hear more of my story?
You may speak.
If you remember. I had shunned my father's herbal medicine after it failed to save him. I left my village and moved to the city. I scraped and scrounged, managed to survive, and became an apprentice to a renowned mage healer. I soaked up everything I could from her, and I was a natural, it turns out. Shedding my father's legacy came easy. In fact, I'd acquired quite the distaste for it. I cut herbal medicine out of my life completely. It was this rigidness that would prove the biggest mistake of my life. But I'll stop there for now.
Do you feel more complete than when you started?
These could really help you in there.
A substitute daughter. A box full of evils. This one feels important.
This is your blacksmith story, isn't it? His girl was the key, and he died protecting her?
Protecting her from me? I opened that box seeking the means to kill Ares. And what I released.
Pretty much turned all the gods crazy. Thanks again for that.
Quiet head.
Unfortunate. The time I spend in my own Valhalla means you get more time with him.
Kratos, how well did you know the blacksmith's daughter?
Pandora. She reminded me of my own daughter, who I lost long ago.
I'm sorry, Kratos. Even at your most vengeful, you must not have wanted to see harm come to her.
Pandora was innocent. The way she saw things, she could reach me when few could. She deserved better than to be a pawn, sacrificed in a game of gods.
Your regret is palpable. But thank you for letting yourself remember. That is important.
Left side, incoming! More enemies lurking in the mist, I presume. Use a shield strike, brother!
What happened next with Sigrun?
She had introduced me as a good friend. And though I couldn't be entirely sure what she meant by it, for once I wasn't concerned with an outcome. Regarding Sigrun, I knew my answer was yes. The question itself seemed secondary.
You were not upset she called you friend.
Show me someone for whom friendship means lack of love, and I'll show you someone who wonders why their lovers never end up being worth their time.
Perhaps. But you did not express your feelings.
Oh, I don't think she could have escaped noticing them. I just never asked her anything I felt sure she'd have to refuse. It exacts a toll, but it might be worth it.
relationship with Sigmund. Why so reluctant to tell her how you felt?
She was on the Valkyrie's path, preparing to transcend her corporeal form. That was her focus, chosen purpose, and I didn't want to suggest myself as an obstacle. I suppose I let some part of myself imagine she might recognize my affection, even reciprocate it. But now that we know what she was running from, obviously she'd never again risk choosing love over duty. A unique, heartfelt friendship, that is what could endure. And that is what I chose to embrace.
Oh, it's us! There's the one Valhalla's mark. Be wary of that tail. Brilliant kill. Valhalla will be impressed. Right then, time to ascend to the next area. And if you're ready...
could use some limited time assistance, couldn't we?
Time to die, freak.
Ah, now it's the other one.
Try again. Oh, that's quite a chip.
Room your people!
Closing in.
Room your people!
Helios has returned. All your righteous haranguing about how evil the gods are, and you somehow gloss over that little extra nudge you gave them.
Opening the box was Athena's plan. I did not know the consequences.
You would claim ignorance of the consequences of trusting Athena? Is that your idea of a joke, Kratos? Because I admit it's hilarious. But let's be real, Kratos. Whether you should have suspected the consequences or not, you certainly can't claim that you would have cared about them. You wanted the power to kill Ares. And because you wanted it, everything is justified. That's your moral code at the end of the day, isn't it? To imagine you once again holding an office of solemn metaphysical responsibility. A trusted figure. A worshipped figure. The absolute gall of you to let yourself consider such a thing. I guess irony can have you when it earns you something. Oh, how precious. I don't think you can be trusted to keep that safe at all. Pretty sure he agrees with me. tether, quickly! Orb! Oh, not the song attack! Why are you using that weapon? Are you confused? Center? I don't usually get this close. Enjoying this, aren't you? And they're all dead. Kratos was here. Look at you. Killed the right foe and everything. There's the foe you need to go after! Shield! Strike it! Now! All right. Disrupted, you halfwit! Great job not hurrying. You do like your fight's tougher after all. It's in the ground! Behind you, incoming! Incoming charge! Behind you, watch out! Incoming right side! There it is. They're all dead. Good for you, Kratos. Good killing.
Learning is a lifelong journey. Your destination. Take that to heart.
I'm honored to bear witness to your journey, Kratos. You are fighting your way deeper into Valhalla, General. Keep going.
Sigrun, I wanted to tell you, Valhalla keeps sweeping me away to my own adventure in memory.
I wondered if it would. That's wonderful. What is it showing you?
Some particular events of my wayward youth. But they're in a loop of sorts. Not sure I've quite gleaned what it all amounts to.
Then you must do what you do in Valhalla. Keep going.
Left side, brother!
A substitute daughter. A box full of evils. This one feels important.
This is your blacksmith story, isn't it? His girl was the key, and he died protecting her?
Protecting her from me. I opened that box seeking the means to kill Ares. And what I released.
Pretty much turned all the gods crazy. Thanks again for that.
Quiet head.
Unfortunate. The time I spend in my own Valhalla means you get more time with him.
Kratos, how well do you know the blacksmith's daughter?
Pandora. She reminded me of my own daughter, who I lost long ago.
I'm sorry, Kratos. Even at your most vengeful, you must not have wanted to see harm come to her.
Pandora was innocent. The way she saw things, she could reach me when few could. She deserved better than to be a pawn, sacrificed in a game of gods.
Your regret is palpable, but thank you for letting yourself down. That is important.
What happened next with Sigrun?
She had introduced me as a good friend. And though I couldn't be entirely sure what she meant by it, for once I wasn't concerned with an outcome. Regarding Sigrun, I knew my answer was yes. The question itself seemed secondary.
You were not upset she called you friend.
Show me someone for whom friendship means lack of love. I'll show you someone who wonders why their lovers never end up being worth her time.
Perhaps. But you did not express your feelings.
Oh, I don't think she could have escaped noticing them. I just never asked her anything I felt sure she'd have to refuse. Not afraid of a little give and take, I see.
Your relationship with Sigmund. Why so reluctant to tell her how you felt?
She was on the Valkyrie's path, preparing to transcend her corporeal form. That was her focus, her chosen purpose. And I didn't want to suggest myself as an obstacle. I suppose I let some part of myself imagine she might recognize my affection, even reciprocate it. But now that we know what she was running from, obviously she'd never again risk choosing love over duty. A unique, heartfelt friendship, that is what could endure. And that is what I chose to embrace. Which burden is worth the reward, do you think? Valhalla's got a bounty on that one. Over on the left. I knew you'd get that one.
Way up should be clear now, whenever you're ready.
Time to die, freak.
Ah, now it's the other one. Oh, that's quite a chip.
Room your people!
Helios has returned. All your righteous haranguing about how evil the gods are, and you somehow gloss over that little extra nudge you gave them.
Opening the box was Athena's plan. I did not know the consequences.
You would claim ignorance of the consequences of trusting Athena? Is that your idea of a joke, Kratos? Because I admit it's hilarious. But let's be real, Kratos. Whether you should have suspected the consequences or not, you certainly can't claim that you would have cared about them. You wanted the power to kill Ares. And because you wanted it, everything is justified. That's your moral code at the end of the day, isn't it? To imagine you once again holding an office of solemn metaphysical responsibility. A trusted figure, a worshipped figure. The absolute gall of you to let yourself consider such a thing. This irony can have you when it earns you, or something. Oh, how precious. I don't think you can be trusted to keep that safe at all. Pretty sure he agrees with me. yourself, man! Or a centaur. You don't usually get this close. Still a monster, I see. And they're all dead. Kratos was here. Well slain, Kratos. Ship skipper. I spy the one you need to slay. Watch from underneath! Break the tether, quickly! Crossfire, at your back! Behind you! Watch out! Big ball of light heading straight for us! There it is. They're all dead. Good for you, Kratos. Good killing. Might want to pick up the pace, unless you want everything to get more difficult. Yes, pick something and let's go.
Ah, the end of another gauntlet. I have one last weapon to show you. I think you'll enjoy it, if that's the word.
Huxen!
Keep it right left!
Be ready! Huxen! Huxen! Defend
The box we saw you open in the scrying pool. What was inside exactly?
Fear, deceit, vanity, hatred.
Amplifying what the gods already possess. But what else, Kratos? Come on! Arms up!
Behind you, brother!
Come on!
Good reflexes. I'm impressed.
Huxen! Be ready! Huxen!
The right one's still flowing.
Defend yourself!
Don't get distracted. Stop, Kratos. I yield.
Hard fought.
Let's see what your mind has worked out. When the evils of the box were purged, what remained was hope, which you chose to release back to the world.
Yes. After everything, you came back full circle to sacrificing yourself.
My death would have been just, but it was not to be.
Yes, you lived, and hope still lived inside you, from that day to this one. One might say you brought hope back to these realms after a long slumber. Box or no box, Kratos. Hope and fear and love and hate exist in every one of us. The question is, which will you choose to let guide your actions? Each choice we make shapes our world.
I see the truth of it.
And
I believe I am ready to walk through that door.
excellent.
What can I say to you? I remember how it felt to take that throne. All that it meant. And all that it did not. A god of war. God of pain. Of suffering. Of destruction. And no one said I chase redemption that I know I can never deserve. What does that make me? God of fools. A god of... hope. When all else is lost. You lost everything. And everyone. You became... There is no forgiving you. You chose! I chose. And now, should I, this same man, should I sit, take, proclaim, lead, place myself in service? In service? Should I lose everything and everyone? There's to be enough left inside so that I do not become you. I do not know. But I have hope. You are cruel and arrogant and selfish. But you are more than that. You have always been more than what others saw. You are more than that.
like I missed everything. Did you find what you needed? Glad to hear it, brother. We're done here then, so, what now?
Now, I believe I would like to sit here for a while.
Well done, General. I had no doubt you would see this through to the end.
Congratulations. I hope Valhalla gave you everything you needed.
Look who's returning from the front gate for once. Something must have happened there.
I take it this is a good sign.
Freya, I will join you. I will try to be what the people need.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that. And that you found what you needed here.
I could not have done so without my friends. I am grateful.
Valhalla is at your disposal, Kratos. If you have more you wish to work out, now or later, we will heed the call.
Your reward. There is a secret weapon that turns challenges into triumph. And that is your ability to adapt.
We did more things and more things to do. Check. Bargain away, brother. Valhalla expects it.